Hi, my name is Emily, and I have had ducks for about a year now. So right before Easter, I thought it would be the best time to make this video, 12 things I wish I knew before I got ducks. So let's begin. Number 1, ducks are a lot of work. I have 3 right now. I used to have 4, and I probably spend about 5 to 8 hours a week with them. But my ducks are pets, so they're cuddled, they're given treats, they're loved on. If you strictly just kept it down to cleaning and changing water and food, you could probably take it down to about 2 hours a week. But mine are special and I love them, so they get hugs and treats. Number 2, ducks are prone to a lot of illnesses. There's botulism, there's egg-bound, there's metal poisoning, there's prolapse. A lot of these will be fatal if left untreated, and there's a lot of home remedies you can do to fix them. But if not, you're going to have to take them to a vet so they don't suffer, and that brings me to point number 3. Avian vets are so expensive. I took my duck to an avian vet once, and it was about $200 just for the visit, and luckily he didn't need a treatment. So, I mean, it's just, they're a lot of money, and they're very few and far between, so they're going to be so hard to find. Up in Minnesota, I think there's like 3 or 4 that I know of. So before you get ducks, you have to realize that since they're classified as exotic pets, in some states and cities, their vet bills are going to be very high if you have to bring them in for anything. Number 4, ducks are more expensive than I ever would have thought when I first got them. I got mine from a feed store, and I'll tell you a little later why that's probably not the best option for you, but I got them there anyways, and I got everything in one go. So I had to get a brooder pit, which is a tub that your ducklings can sit in while they're still growing. I had to get a food trough, a waterer, actual food, a heating lamp, and bedding, and it was probably about $60 altogether. And then when they're older, you have to build them a pen that predators can't get into. We call it predator proof. And you have to get them food every month and bedding every month and make sure that they have a pool to swim in. I'd say building our duck pen probably cost me about $300, and I spend $40 on food and bedding every month. That's including treats too, because my ducks get a lot of treats. Number 5, they poop so much. Oh my gosh, I didn't know a little duck could make so much poop. When they were little, I had to clean the brooder pit every single day because they pooped so much. I think I heard somewhere that it's like four times an hour. 4 times an hour times 4 ducks is it's a lot of duck poop. And they still continue that trend into adulthood. And now that I only have 3, it's a little easier to control, but not much. But they're not like dogs or cats, and they can't hold it in while you let them outside or while you put them down or something. They just go wherever they want, whether it be on your lap, when you're holding them, in their pen, on the ground. You know, it doesn't matter. A duck doesn't really care where it poops. But if you end up getting ducks, just be prepared for a lot of just cleaning up poop. That's most of what duck owning is. Number 6, you can get them at places other than feed stores. This is what I was talking about, how getting them at feed stores probably isn't your best bet if you want a healthy duck. I got my 4 from there and they turned out fine, but I have heard a lot of horror stories about splayed legs and broken limbs and just like respiratory problems. And the way I see it is there's a lot of ducks on Craigslist and Pet Finder, and especially at waterfowl rescues like the Lucky Duck Rescue or Majestic Waterfowl, and they have a lot of friendly, happy ducks that are just looking for a loving home to go to. So I would advise that you adopt a duck any day over getting a feed store duckling. Number 7, ducks will eat anything, dangerous or not. If you are considering getting ducks, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you go through your property or your run or wherever you're going to keep your ducks and just look for things that ducks will eat and swallow and have problems with. Ducks, especially compared to chickens, are just notorious for picking out those shiny bits laying on the ground, and those happen to be metal most of the time, and ducks are really susceptible to metal poisoning, which can cause death in terrible cases. So if you really are seriously considering getting ducks, please do yourself a favor and go through your property and just pick up all the metal bits and anything that a duck could swallow that it shouldn't. It's going to save you medical bills and it's going to save you tears. Number 8, kiss your vacationing days goodbye. Ducks require a lot of care. They need their water changed 2 to 3 times a day, and they need to be fed daily and have their pen cleaned. Going on vacation is going to be really difficult because you need to find a duck sitter, and a lot of your friends will volunteer for it, but what happens normally is they don't know how to care for ducks and they're scared to pick them up, and things just normally don't work out too well, and it's just 10 times easier to stay home and care for your ducks yourselves. Some ducks want to be your friend and some ducks will hate you, and that's just how life is. I have a rowan named Dosenofner that we got from a store, and he is the nicest duck I've ever had. He'll sit on my lap, he'll follow me around, I'll hold him, and he's so cute. And then from the same store, we got a rowan female named Maybelline, and she is the meanest little duck in the whole world. She'll chase us, she'll bite us, she'll just, she's just mean, and she'll chase the neighbor kids with a passion that I've never seen come from a little duck before. And when you get ducks from anywhere, really, that's what you're going to have to deal with, is sometimes you'll have nice ducks, and sometimes you'll have ducks that don't want to see you, or only want to see you when you have treats. Number 10, it hurts a lot more than you would think to lose them. I started out with 4 ducks, and I was down to 2 ducks for a while, and one of my ducks had to be put down because she got her face bitten off by a snapping turtle, and it got infected, and instead of having her suffer and trying to treat it, we had to put her down. And I never ever imagined that I could fall in love with ducks so much, and they have such personalities, and I raised them from babies, and it hurt so bad having to put her down and see her in pain like that. Number 11, domesticated ducks are exactly what you would think they are. Domesticated. When I first got my ducks, I thought they were going to migrate during the winter and we wouldn't have to worry about them and they'd come back in the summer, but that was not the case. My ducks can't even fly more than 30 feet without falling and looking goofy. And that's one thing I learned after I got ducks, is that domesticated ducks can't fly too far, and it's really hard for them to evade predators. Number 12, they are the best pets you could ever have. They're comical, they're goofy, they have their own personalities, they do funny things, and alongside being friendly and being nice to look at, they also give you eggs. So in my opinion, that makes them better than dogs in the fact that they can provide something for you other than just entertainment and fun. Well, I hope you learned some new things from this video. As I said before, my name is Emily. If you have any comments or questions, you can comment below and I will be sure to answer them. Have a great day.